Guys, welcome back to this channel. Today I want to speak a little bit about the chart of François Fillon. He was the minister of France, but especially I would like to touch upon the topic of the 6th house, because the 6th in Vedic astrology is all about the weaknesses when we talk about the internal meaning, but also about enemies when these weaknesses are going into the external situation. So from the desires always are coming some kind of troubles, like the Blaise Pascal was saying that all troubles in the world are coming from the fact that the person cannot sit still in the room. So we have some desires, and those desires are crushing, they are causing a friction, because they can come in conflict with the desires of the other people. And based on the planets which are in the 6th house, we can know about what kind of weakness is this. So in Vedic philosophy we have Shadripu, which are 6 types of such weaknesses. And for example, as you perhaps know, especially those who are reading my newsletter, you can always subscribe on my website. You can find the link in the description. We are talking about the 6th from Aruda Lagna when occupied by Saturn, as taught by Pandit Sanjay Rath. This can cause addictions to alcohol or drugs. And if Mercury is involved, then this can show some form of financial type of weakness, which is normally the greed. So when I first saw this chart, 6th house very much loaded with many planets, and I remember that we were also taught in the tradition that if the Lagna Lord is there, and if the Atma Karaka is also there, and those important planets when it comes to your character are involved in the 6th house, then you need to be very careful, so the weaknesses, you will not drown in the weakness, because your whole, especially if you have any Raja Yoga, like in this chart we have very nice combination of the 10th Lord and 9th Lord, so there is a big Dharma Karma Dipati Yoga. So Dharma and Karma coming together, Kendra and Trikona, these 2 very important houses, they are when the luck and the foundations and support in life, they are coming together, then this is bringing that chemical reaction in the form of some kind of success or fame or influence. And if that is in the Dushtana, then this may be short-lasted. And if in 2nd house, you have to be very careful about the enemies and weaknesses. These 2 things can totally take away the good things from you. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. It helps me with this algorithm to make this video more visible on this YouTube platform. Also subscribe if you like to get notification of more videos in the future. And now let's go back to this video. And one thing more, on the Wikipedia you can also find that this person was in the board on the business. So in the Dashamsa we see 7th Lord in the Lagna Venus. So the person in sub-period of Venus was involved in the business on the board of some petroleum related to Russia. But that was started in 2021. But as we know, in the beginning of 2022, there was invasion of Ukraine by Russia, and then he resigned from that position. So you can see that this was in the sub-period of Venus, and this is beautiful example how we can now combine the divisional chart with the Rasi chart. So in the divisional chart, it was Venus 7th Lord in the Lagna, bringing the business into a 4, right? This is the circumstance. This is what the environment, what the external world is offering you. But in the Rasi chart, this is now the contact, physical contact with you, what you will ultimately get. And we see that 9th Lord is in the 6th house, the Venus. There's this Parivartana with the 2nd house, 6th Lord in the 2nd house, 2nd Lord in the 6th house. But this is also 9th Lord in the 6th house. So whenever the 9th Lord is involved in the negative yoga, and we can talk about the negative yoga here because the person was born on new moon, Amavasya, so sun and moon together, person's born on the new moon, and the position of the moon in the chart is showing where you can expect some form of problems. And in this case, this is again in the 6th house. So whenever you have problems related to the 9th house, then this will show the circumstantial problem, something which is beyond your control. This is like a real misfortune. For example, you may have a business and then the COVID is coming and you have to close everything, or there are some government regulation. I've seen in my readings many times whenever the 9th Lord is involved, also in the yearly chart, some bad yoga, then there is some factor beyond your control which can take you out from the scene or the period of success. You may have some kind of setback. It may be only 1 year, you may then come back. Or you may resign totally from some project, like in this case. So 7th Lord in the Lagna, in the Dashamsa, you are also a businessman, right? We see Sun in the 10th house, in the Dashamsa, so person is into politics. This is there, definitely. But also 7th Lord in the Lagna. So he is also or was involved in very much business. But because the Venus is 9th Lord in the 6th house, loss of fortune, right? Because the 6th house is inauspicious. They were two monetary or financial related challenges in his life. One was related to wife. He was making his wife very officially good position. So she was regularly getting a huge income. And the second fraud, because this was the financial fraud, we could say, right, to this person, was also in 2020. And this was so serious and so important, so huge, that the litigation was bringing him the threat of jail. So now there are some discussions, but basically he is sentenced to he was 5 years in jail, then it reduced it to 4 years in jail, so very serious thing. So you can see how Atmakaraka, Lagna Lord, Sun, Moon, and this Amavasya, this new moon in the 6th house of weaknesses, with the 10th Lord, money, right? Arta Kona, king, and the Mercury, also the king of this direction of finances, are in the house of weaknesses. And interestingly, in 8 from Aruda Lagna. So if we take Aruda and Cancer, 8 from Aruda Lagna will show also dealing with other people, finances, and the yogas in 8 from Aruda Lagna may also show some big problem coming from the past life. So this is the Nija dosha, we say, the remnants of the past life, which can be hard to digest. That's all for today. I hope you find this example interesting and informative. If you do, please don't forget to click the thumbs up, subscribe with the bell notification on if you'd like to get notification about similar videos coming up in the future. And don't forget about the Vedic course. We still have some free spots. It starts 22 April. If you are interested in learning Vedic astrology according to traditional rules coming from India, then just hit me up in the email below. We can have this 3 months very nice experience when you can really get the solid foundation how to interpret the Vedic chart. Okay guys, thanks for watching, being here with me on this channel till the end, and see you in the next one.